What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity. I hope you guys are doing well. I think the Call of Duty community is at its breaking point. I think for the first time in a very long time, the community is starting to unite and starting to build momentum towards a massive boycott of this franchise. And I, for one, am totally here for it. The egregious behavior that Activision has been engaging in over the last few years has to stop. There has to be a break in this cycle that Call of Duty is doing right now. And the only way forward is for us to speak with our wallets and to not allow Activision to get away with this behavior. Now, some of you might think that Activision has a legal leg to stand on when it comes to the cease and desist orders that they've issued to X Labs and SM2 and to the creators of Fortnite maps. And while I agree with you that legally they are in the right, I think morally they are in the wrong. And the funny thing is, there is an industry standard that has been met for years by multiple different publishers and developers that allow these types of fan projects to just exist on their own and not really worry about them. But because Activision and Call of Duty are so petrified about the future of it, because they are leading a direction this franchise, because they are putting their greed ahead of good game design, they're completely lost and they are shit scared of the future of Call of Duty. They know that they need to make a hit with Modern Warfare 3. And frankly, I don't have any faith in Sledgehammer Games. Do you? There's just no way. So I think the only path forward for this community, one that is finally uniting, one that is gaining momentum, is to boycott these future Call of Duty projects until Activision gets their act together. It's to boycott the Season 4 Battle Pass, the Season 5 Battle Pass for Modern Warfare 2. And I guarantee you that we're not going to see big changes coming to Call of Duty. There's no way. They're not going to redo the entire UI this late into the life cycle. They're not going to change anything that matters. We've been giving them feedback for months. Do you think they're finally going to listen to it now after they've tried to just shut down any type of competition they have within their own community? There's no way. And I wouldn't be as frustrated with them shutting down things like SM2 and X Labs if you could reliably play their older games. But the problem is that Activision has allowed hackers and modders and cheaters to run rampant in their past games with no discipline whatsoever. And that's the issue. There's no ramifications for you going back to playing Black Ops 2 and completely hacking the shit out of it and ruining people's fun time. So what has to happen? The community steps in and creates clients that allows people to play these games safely and securely. And I think that is just fair to the Call of Duty community to have. But Activision deemed it unfair because guess what? It was a passion project for somebody, and Activision just does not understand what true passion is anymore. They don't understand how somebody can look at a project and say, I don't care if I make any money from this, because all Activision cares about right now is trying to inflate their profits so they can make as much money as possible for this Microsoft acquisition. And frankly, I believe that Microsoft might have a better chance at actually delivering a good Call of Duty game once they acquire Activision. But trying to inflate your assets right before the sale, yes, it is a normal business practice, but to me, it has left this franchise completely in shambles. And the funny thing is, once Microsoft acquires them, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these clients pop up again, and Microsoft doesn't do diddly squat, because there's so much precedent out there that most publishers don't do diddly squat when it comes to these types of fan-made projects. So what's the path forward here? What's our best avenue to ensure that Activision understands that this community is done playing around, that this community is done being taken advantage of? Is it continuously supporting this franchise, or is it finally putting our foot down and saying, you know what? We're not going to support these games. We're not going to shell out our hard-earned dollars just so you guys can hit the bottom line for your shareholders. We're not going to do this anymore until you start taking into account our feedback, until you start to actually gear the franchise towards success instead of failure. We aren't going to support it. So I hope that we can band together as a community, because honestly, I feel the community is starting to unite after these last few setbacks of SM2 and X Labs being shut down. And I honestly believe that now more than ever, we can actually create some substantial change within Activision by us just straight up boycotting the future of Call of Duty right now. Because it's bleak, let's be honest here. Nothing about what we're going to see in the next 2 to 3 years is anything to be excited about. It's going to be the same rinse and repeat process that Activision has been churning out for the last several years. Instead of actually trying to progress this franchise forward, they are stuck in their roots of just completely ruining this franchise and trying to milk it for every single cent it's worth. So, let's not give them any cents. Let's make sure that we take a stand together so the future of Call of Duty can at least be a little bit brighter. It may not cause the biggest ripple effect, but it could be the beginning of true change if we stop supporting Modern Warfare 2 as it currently stands. So no more season passes, no more cosmetics, and if we straight up boycott the purchase of Modern Warfare 3. I have heard some of your outcries in my comment section. I have seen what people are talking about on Reddit and Twitter. This community is fed up with the direction of this franchise, so it is up to us to finally follow through with our words and not support this game on release, not support what the game is currently either. So please join with me. And on top of this, please support content like this. Anybody that is actively speaking out against Activision and Call of Duty, support them. If you're a content creator, let me know so I can help support you as well, because we are only as strong as our weakest link. So if all of us band together and work together, we can enact some real change within this franchise. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.